These are topic tests which will help you gauge your level of performance topic wise. Once you are done with basic concepts of a topic, it's advised that you take these tests. This video is an analysis of the test, what questions you should have attempted, what was the ideal time for each question, and the solution for the question, of course. Also, if you like the test, there are more than 200 such tests available on our app, on our Android app. The link for which is in the description below. You can download that app and take these tests across all topics. They're available for you to gauge your level of preparation as it goes along, right? Now, this test is ratio proportion based. Test number 4, as mentioned in the app. In terms of analysis, overall, the level of difficulty would be easy. The number of questions that could be attempted here would be around 7 questions, and the ideal time for going through the test would be about 21 to 24 minutes. Now, this is the time that you will take to go through the entire test and eventually get net 7 questions correct. A couple of questions we might not be able to do. There might be a mistake here and there, but net 7, about 24 minutes is what we should be looking at. If we now look at the questions, question 1 says the ratio of the ages of a man and wife is 4:3. So a man and his wife have ages 4x and 3x. After 4 years, so this is today, after 4 years, that is t plus 4, the man's age will be 4x plus 4, the woman's age will be 3x plus 4, 4 years added. And now the ratio is 9:7. So we can say 4x plus 4 upon 3x plus 4 is 9/7. Cross multiplying 28x plus 28 is equal to 27x plus 36, which means x is equal to 8. So today, the ages of the man and the wife are 32 and 24. 4:3. 4 years later, 36 and 28. So 9:7. If at the time of the marriage, the ratio is 5:3. So suppose X years ago, T minus X, the marriage happened X years ago. At this time, the ages would have been 32 minus X and 24 minus X. According to the question, this was in the ratio 5:3. So we say 32 minus X upon 24 minus X is equal to 5/3, cross multiply. 96 minus 3x is equal to 120 minus 5x. So 5x minus 3x, 2x is equal to 120 minus 96, 24. So x is equal to 12. And therefore, how many years ago they got married? They got married X years ago, which is 12 years ago, when the ages would have been 20 and 12. And therefore, the ratio 5:3. Again, not getting into whether the marriage is valid or not. The question is an easy to moderate question. Two sets of calculation involved. Therefore, I'm saying moderate, but overall, the time taken should not be about more than 92, maybe maximum of 120 seconds. And a very doable question because easy, concept-wise, it is easy. ABG invest money in the ratio 3:4:5 in fixed deposits with giving respective annual interest of 654 in the ratio. What is the total interest income after a year if Bina's interest income exceeds Amal's by 250? So suppose the money invested by ABG is money in the FD is 3x, 4x, and 5x, and the interest rates that they are getting are 6y, 5y, and 4y respectively in percentage. Money in rupees, interest in percentage. So the overall interest that A will get is 6y% of 3x, which will be 18xy by 100. 6y by 100 into 3x. Similarly, B will get 5 4s are 20. 20xy by 100. And G will get 5 4s are 20. 20xy by 100. Now, according to the question, the Bina's interest exceeds Amla's by 250. We can see that Bina got 20xy by 100. Amla got 18xy by 100. This difference is given as 250, which means 2xy by 100 is 250, which further means xy is by 100 is equal to 125. Next, what is the total interest income? Total interest income will be the sum of these three, 20 plus 20 plus 40 plus 18. 58 xy by 100 is the total interest income. This will be 125 into 58. 40, 58. So this would be 125 can be written as 5 into 5 into 5 into 58. 58 into 5 will be 250, 290. 290 into 5 will be 1450. 1450 into 5 will be 7250. So the total interest income is 7250. 58 into 125. We could have divided 58 by 8 also to get 125 by 1000 by 8, 125. And from there also, you would have gotten the answer. In any case, easy question, just multiply the ratio, look at the difference, and the sum should not take more than 90 seconds to solve. It's definitely a question that should be looked at in the exam. The speed of a railway engine is 45 kilometers per hour when no bogie is attached to it. It is observed that the reduction in speed of the engine is directly proportional to square of the number of bogies, square root of the number of bogies. Reduction R in speed is directly proportional to square root of the number of bogies B. If the speed of the train is 9 when 16 bogies are attached. So speed goes from 45 to 9, which means reduction R is equal to 45 minus 9, which is 36. Reduction is directly proportional to number of bogies, which is R is equal to K into root of B. Now, according to the question, speed reduces by 36 when 16 bogies are attached. So 36 is equal to K root or K into 4. So K comes out to 36 by 4, which is 9. Therefore, the reduction in speed is nothing but 9 into root B. Find the maximum number of bogies that can be carried by the engine. Now, there will be a time when the engine will stop because too many bogies are attached. And in that case, the speed of the engine will be 0. It will not be moving. Therefore, we can say the reduction in speed will be 45 minus 45. Initial speed is, sorry, reduction in speed will be 45 minus 0. That is a reduction of 45. Maximum speed 45, it has to come down to 0. So reduction in speed is 45 minus 0. This should be equal to 9 into root b. So 45 by 9 is equal to root of b. So root of b is equal to 5. Squaring both sides, b is equal to 25. So when 25 bogies are attached, the speed becomes 0. The engine will not move. If we want the engine to at least move, we will remove one bogie. So the speed will go slightly above 0 and the bogie will start to move, or the engine will start to move. And therefore, the maximum bogies that can be carried by the engine are one less than the number of bogies and the speed is 0. So 24 becomes the answer. The question is based on proportionality and it is a moderate level of question. Maybe difficult if you are looking at this question for the first time, but again, such a question has been asked in previous examinations. And therefore, because I think familiarity would be there with this question, therefore I'm calling it a moderate question. Should not take more than 2.5 odd minutes to solve this level of difficulty question. The reduction in speed of an engine is directly proportional to the square of the number of bogies. R is proportional to bogies square. R is equal to K into B square. Attached to it, the speed of the train is 100 kilometers per hour when there are 4 bogies, 55 when there are 5 bogies. Suppose the maximum speed of the train is x. So we can say when the speed becomes 100, reduction is x minus 100. This is equal to k into 4 square, or x minus 100 is equal to 16k. Second, when the speed is 55, reduction is x minus 55, maximum minus existing. This will be equal to k into 5 square, or x minus 55 is equal to 25k. This is equation number 1, equation number 2. What we can do is we can say 2 minus 1. X minus x0 minus 55 plus 100. Minus minus plus is equal to 25k minus 16k. Which means 45 is equal to 9k. K is equal to 5. Putting this value here, x minus 100 is equal to x minus 16 into 5. X minus 16 into 5. X is equal to 80 plus 100, 180. Okay. Now, what is the maximum number of bogies that can be attached? If the train has to just stop, The reduction in speed has to be 180 maximum speed minus 0 it has to reach. This will be equal to 5 into number of bogies square, which means because the value of k is 5, so the equation now becomes maximum speed minus existing speed is equal to 5 into number of bogies square. This is the speed that we are at. So if we want the speed to become 0, we'll say 180 is equal to 5b square. B square is equal to 180 by 5, which is 36. B is equal to 6. So when 6 bogies are attached, the speed will become 0. We want the engine to just move, and therefore 1 less than the maximum, 5 will be attached. That is the last number of bogies at which the engine will be moving. I'll say this is a moderate to difficult level of question because we have to understand that the reduction is not given, but the speed is given. So we have to create this also on our own. Getting two variables and solving might also take a bit of time, and therefore little more than moderate level of question. Such questions can be looked at in the examiner, taken a call when you are giving a timed test. P started a business with 4 lakh rupees. After 3 months, Q joined him with 6 lakhs. After 6 months, R joined. After 6 more months, R joined him with X. At the end of the year, Q received 24,000 in his share of the profit. Find the total annual. So P, Q, R are three people. P started the business with 4 lakh rupees. Now we have to find the value of X upon once. We have to find the value of X in lakhs. So let's just write the investment also in lakhs itself, removing the zeros. P invested 4 lakh rupees, Q invested 6 lakhs, R X lakhs. So this X that I'm talking is already in this form and not X 000. So X will be my final answer, which I will input. This is the amount of money that is invested. At the end of the year, P remains invested for 12 months. This is time. After 3 months. So Q joined after 3 months, therefore was invested for 9 months. After 6 more months. So R joined 12 minus 3 minus 6. After 9 months, so it was invested for 3 months. So when we distribute the money, it will be distributed in the proportion of investment into time. For P, it will be 12 into 4, 48, 54, and 3x. Now, it is given to us that out of 24,000, you receive 24,000 out of 64,000. So if you also divide this by 3, for example, the ratio becomes 16 is to 18 is to x. Now 18 upon 16 plus 18 plus x is the share that Q got. Q got 24,000 out of 64,000. From here we can get the value of x. X, yes. 0, 0 cancel. 6 4s are 24. 6 4s are 24. 4 16. 8, 2, 3, and 8. So 18, or we can cancel this out as well. 3 6 are 18. So cross multiply, 6 8s are 48 is equal to 16 plus 18 plus x, or x is equal to, this becomes 34. 48 minus 34, which is 14. So the amount of money that R put in was 14 lakh rupees. We have to find the value of x upon 1 lakh. So 14 becomes the answer. Again, in terms of level of difficulty, the question would be moderate level of difficulty question. Typically, when we are finding shares directly and the time and investment is given, I think that those are easier questions. If one of these values is given, it might be a higher level of difficulty question. And therefore, I'm calling it a moderate question. Should be able to solve it in about 2 odd minutes. And then that would become our answer. A student took 5 papers in an examination, and the maximum marks were same in each paper. His marks in the 3 papers are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the ratio. So suppose the marks that he got was 5x, 6x, 7x, 8x, and 9x. Therefore, we can say the total marks that the student got is 9 plus 5, 14, 6 plus 8, 14, 14, 14, 28 plus 7x, 35x. In all the papers put together, he scored 70% of the maximum marks. So 70% of maximum marks is what the student got, max marks, is what the student scored, which is 35x, which means 70 by 100 into max marks is equal to 35x. 0, 0 cancel, 7 5 is 35. And therefore, maximum marks is nothing but 10 into 5, 50x. This 50x is for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 papers. So max marks per paper would be 50x by 5, which is 10x. This is the maximum marks per paper. The number of papers in which you got more than 60%. Now 60% of 10x each paper would be 6x. In how many papers did he get more than 6x? Not here, not here, 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 and here. And therefore, for 3 papers, the score was more than 60%. Answer becomes 3. Again, in terms of level of difficulty, I'd say this is an easy to moderate question. Easy for the simple reason that definitely would have come across a question like this while practicing. And the numbers here were easier. 35x and 70% cancelled each other out. So the calculation also was a little easier. At best, a moderate, but for me, it's been easy to moderate overall. About 2 minutes to solve. Arvind Singh purchased a 40-seater bus. He started his service on Route 2 with a length of 50 kilometers. His profit depends upon the number of passengers over a certain minimum number of passengers n and upon the distance traveled. His profit is 3,600 when there are 29 passengers and the bus travels for 36 kilometers. 6,300 with 36 passengers and 42 kilometers. Now, when we look at the number of passengers, the profit happens only above a basic number n. So, if total number of passengers is n, the profit will depend on n minus n. Capital N minus small n. Small n is the minimum number of people required. Capital N is the total number of people. And therefore, we can say profit is equal to or is proportional to capital N minus n into, say, the distance traveled. In the first case, 3,600 is proportional to capital N will be 29 minus n into distance traveled 36, and 6,300 will be proportional to 36 minus n into 42. We can divide these two to get 3,600 upon 63 is 100 is equal to 29 minus n into 36 upon 36 minus n into 42. Now we start cancelling out. 6 6 are 6 7s are 0 0 cancel. 4 6 3 7 6 7 9s are 63. 6 6 are 36. 3 2s are 3 3s are. And therefore 2 by 3 is equal to 29 minus n upon 36 minus n. 72 minus 2n is equal to 57 minus 3n, which means n, 3n minus 2n is equal to 72 minus 57, therefore 15. Therefore, minimum 15 people are required, beyond which there will be a profit, and therefore out of these 29 people, profit will be because of 29 minus 15, 14 extra people. And here it will be because of 36 minus 15, that is 21 people. I would call this a question which is towards a level of difficulty from moderate to difficult, high level of difficulty, for the simple reason that conceptualizing it might be difficult while solving. Otherwise, numbers are easy, but in terms of concept, it's a good question. 3 friends went for a picnic. First bought 5 apples, the second bought 3. 3 friends, friend 1, 2, 3. The first bought 5 apples, the second bought 3 apples. The third friend, however, brought only rupees 8. Okay. If they share the apples equally among them, total number of apples is 5 plus 3, 8. This is to be divided amongst 3 people, so 8 by 3. So everyone should have 8 by 3, 8 by 3, 8 by 3 apples. What is the share of the first friend? Now, what happens is the first friend will give away 5 minus 8 by 3, which is 7 by 3 apple to the third friend. Because he needs only 8 by 3 of an apple, he has 5. The second friend will give away 3 minus 8 by 3, that is 1 by 3 apple to the third friend. So for the third friend, 7 by 3 comes from the first friend, 1 by 3 comes from the second friend. So the money that he has, he will divide it proportionally between the two friends. 8 divided in the ratio 7 is to 1 is 7 and 1. The first friend will get rupees 7. The second friend will get rupee 1. Even though standalone, I'd say this is a moderate question, but again, because such questions are there in the practice materials as well. Therefore, I'd say it's an easy question in that sense. The calculations are also minimal. Should be able to solve this question within 90 odd seconds. ABC started a business by investing 24, 32, and 18,000 rupees respectively. A and B are active partners, get 100% and 12% of the total profit. Out of 100%, 15% goes to A, 12% goes to B, 27 is gone, therefore remaining is 100 minus 27, 73%. This is to be divided among them in the ratio of their investments. Investments are in the ratio ABC investment 24,000 is to 32,000 is to 18,000, divide by 1,000 first of all, then divide by 2. 12 is to 16 is to 9. This is the ratio of the investment, ABC. If C got a total of 67,500 as profit, what was the total profit? Now what C will get is C will get 9 upon 16 plus 12, 28 and 9, 37 of 73% of total profit. Because out of the total profit, 15 and 12 is gone, 73% remaining. Out of that, C gets 9 upon 37. And this is given as 65700. So 9 upon 37 into 73 upon 100 into total profit, say P, is equal to 65700. If we cancel it out, 9 3s are 27. 27 to 657, 9 and 9 cancel. So P becomes 37. This goes at the top, 0000. And therefore 3,70,000 is the total profit that happened. Again, a question on partnerships. If the numbers are managed properly, does not take too much time. Even then, moderate level of difficulty, even if you get to all the calculations and end up calculating intermediate values as well, should not take more than about 3 minutes to solve. Three partners ABC started a business investing 48,000 each. After 6 months, A left the business, and after 10 months, B left the business, and after 12 months, C left the business. If the total earned profit is 5250, find the share of ABC. Since the investment is same, the profit will be divided in terms of time. A worked for 6 months because after 6 months A left. B worked for 10 months because B left after 10 months, and C worked for 12 months. The ratio in which the profit is divided amongst A, B, C will be 6 is to 10 is to 12, which is 3 is to 5 is to 6. So A will get 3 upon 5, 3, 8, 6, 14. 3 upon 14 of 5 to 50. 5 to 50. B will get 5 upon 14 of 5 to 50. And C will get 6 upon 14 of 5 to 50. 50. Whatever C gets has to be a multiple of 3 because 6 and 14, so 3 will be here. 6 is a multiple of 3. This is not a multiple of 3. This is not a multiple of 3. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have these two options. If we add them, we should get 5 to 50. 25 plus 25 plus 50 is 100. 25 plus 70, 100 plus 50. This ideally should be the answer because the sum of these three numbers is 5 to 50. And A and C are getting numbers which are multiples of 3. If we do solve, divide by 7. 7 sevens are 49, 3 5, 7 5 are 35. 0, 750 by 2 will be 375. 375 into 3. 375 into 3. It will be 15, 5, carry forward 1. 21, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 5. This will be 375. 375 into 5 will be 5, 2, 7, 5, so 18, 1875. And this will be 375. So 375 into 6, which will be just add 375 here. So 150, 1950, 2250. Hence the values will be option C. Again, in terms of concept, it's an easy concept. Just look at the ratio of time and divide the numbers. The calculation might take a bit of time, and therefore I'm saying moderate, about 2.5 minutes to solve. If you look at the overall analysis, As I said initially, overall easy level of difficulty test. Board attempts would be a net at 7, 21 to 24 minutes of ideal time solving. The question that I would have attempted would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, and 10. Which are these? This one, basic equation. Again, just one difference and solved. So I would have attempted this one as well. Since I've done this question, questions like these before, would have attempted this. Here, there was a chance of making a mistake, so I might have left it. Again, I thought this was easy, just one equation and then solved, so would have attempted. Again, have done this question multiple times earlier, so would have attempted this for sure. Here, there could be a mistake in conceptualizing the question, so might have left it. 8, have done this question earlier many times, therefore would have attempted. 1 out of 9 or 10. So again, 10 I thought was more straightforward and therefore I chose this question. Hence, these become the 7 questions that I would have attempted.